All right, welcome back to LearnWire. I'm really excited to bring this software to you today. We will be doing a review on Neuronwriter. This is a way that you can boost your SEO with NLP-driven editor. What this is it's an AI content generation tool, but first and foremost, it's an optimization tool first. So it's more, it's going to be more of a comparison or alternative to Phrase and Surfer SEO. So those are the top two leading industry tools where you can optimize your content for the search engines. And this Neuronwriter is new to the market, and they seem to be packing a large punch, and we're going to be diving into this. Now, it is kind of interesting. AppSumo is not giving a whole lot of love to this software. They also have not done a feature, and they have not done a video review of Neuronwriter. Hopefully, as it picks up traction, it already is doing really, really well. I'm showing that it's only been on the platform for, let's look down here, since June 6th. So it's literally been on the platform for 1 week, and it already has collected almost 35 five-star reviews. I just say 5 stars. It's kind of weird saying 5 tacos, but it is averaging 5 tacos at 29 reviews in just a week of being on here. And it hasn't even made the features list. When you go to the home page, it's not featured anywhere, and it's kind of buried in here. I'm really, really glad. As I was searching through the content, I actually found this about 4 or 5 days ago, and I was like very excited about it. And I've just been working on projects around the house. I'm actually installing flooring at my house, about 1,700 square foot upstairs. I am doing it myself, and so that's taking a lot of time. So I've taken some time off to do that, but I really wanted to get this review out to you guys. So here is Neuronwriter. It starts at $59. They're very fair with the pricing. They're actually extremely generous with the pricing. I'm excited about that as well. Now you can go click the first link in the description below and go check out Neuronwriter. You can read all the different things in here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time reading that stuff, but they specialize in NLP. If you want to go look at what NLP is over here on Google, some of the most important parts right here is on the semantic side. We identify entities in free text, label them with types such as person, location, organization, cluster mentions of those entities within and across documents, and resolve the entities to the knowledge graph. So basically, it's how Google organizes content into clusters and organizes content into a knowledge graph. And the technologies that are using the natural language processing, or NLP, into their software, especially for SEO, it's a big winner. It's a game changer. So here we go. And they are putting over here Market Muse, Surfer SEO, Phrase, ClearScope. It is an alternative. Okay. So basically, they do have a limitation. You can only stack up to 3 codes. They do answer that if you want more than that, then you're going to have to use multiple accounts to achieve that. But they are very generous with what they're giving you. $59, and you're getting 15,000 AI content generation per month credits. And you can, I believe you can actually control the quality. And I would probably suggest using the highest quality for if it's going to be on one of your main websites. But the main thing that this tool is going to be used for is the amount of the optimization. You can use your other content writers to write the content, and then just use Neuronwriter to actually optimize your content to the fullest. So 25 articles, that's really, really good. That's almost 2 articles a day. I mean, 1 article a day, or if you're just working Monday through Friday, it's going to be between 1 and 2 per day. But then you can stack 2 codes, and you can get up to 5 projects. And I believe projects is just how many different websites you can actually tell the software that you're optimizing for at one time. You can remove projects at any time. 50 articles per month. So on this one, I'm definitely going to give a recommendation of stacking 2 codes or 3 codes. On this one, I went with my instinct that this was a good software. Before even testing the software, I don't even know if they have a free trial or not. I went ahead and just went all in, and I got the stack 3. So I stacked 3, I got the gold membership, up to 10 projects, 75 articles a month. I'll never hit that. I already know I don't hit that. I would maybe hit 30 at the most. I'm not running an agency or anything like that. And 45,000 AI credits. And they're saying that that is going to, at the highest quality level, it's going to be 45,000 words. If you take down the quality level all the way to the lowest, you could actually get 225,000 AI words. That's just up to you. And then unlimited team members and sharing. So they're not going to restrict any kind of that, because they know that even if you send this to 100 virtual assistants, you're only getting a certain amount of articles that can be optimized, and you're only getting a certain amount of AI content. Okay, so 29 5-star reviews. You can go and look at it. They have a roadmap. I'm not going to go over all that in this review because the review will get way too long. I really just want to jump in and show you guys the software. But you can see people are extremely impressed what this software is doing. It's just 5-star. So we're going to go and just check. They have a facts over here as well. So you're welcome to go and check out the Neuronwriter fact section as well. Do they have a plagiarism checker? No, but it's going to probably end up being on the roadmap. I tried to log into the roadmap and it was down at the time of recording this. So we'll probably just skip through that. But they do have a, well, let's go and just double check and see if it's alive now. Here's roadmap. I'm going to go highlight it and let's go and see if we can open it. It was down earlier this morning when I checked it. And here we go. So here's their roadmap, a wish list, so here's a wish list. You can go and make suggestions and then it gets votes and all that. Here's the roadmap itself. And you can upvote a competitive article structure view, generate title and description with AI. So you can see if it's planned, if it's in process, all kinds of stuff. Updates right here, and news. So very organized. I really like that about this company so far. They seem like a very transparent developer and company, and a lot of questions. So I just encourage you to go click the first link below, go check out all the reviews, check out all the questions right here, and then you'll be able to make a really good informed decision. Now let's go jump into the software. I'm going to go in and actually grab a keyword when we go to optimize it. But first I wanted to show you, so this is the dashboard, very simple right now, the view. But I'm going to come up here and just show you inside my account that I did stack the, they call it like the bronze, silver, and gold. As you add more, you're going to click on this link, you're going to put in your code in here and push OK. So they've made it very, very easy to redeem your codes. I really, really like that. There's no confusion at all. You could go and buy the $59, just buy one code, go and play around the software. And then when it's time, you can go and add more codes and you can easily upgrade your account. Really cool. So there's lifetime. I got the gold status right there. And then it'll tell you I got 75 reports, 45,000 words, when it will renew. And here's what's important, guys. This is super, super cool. When we come over here, we want to add their AI package. If you end up liking just doing everything in one software, which is something that I'm really, really excited about, that you can come over here to pay-as-you-go credits. And this is great. I actually like this because you want companies to be able to get paid memberships, right? This is how they're going to sustain being a good software company. They do need to have subscriptions. They do need to have monthly paying members. If you were developing a software and you wanted to be profitable and provide the highest quality that you can, you would also be smart to do the same thing. So I know everybody out there likes lifetime deals and they don't ever want to spend any more money on monthly, but there's a time and a place to spend on monthly. And I like this. If I go over the 45,000 and I really want to go get really, really into this, I could spend $10 a month for 10,000 additional words. Or I can just go with the 50,000 AI words for $40 a month, and then up to 200,000 high quality AI words for $150. So they have really good pricing. That's really, really good pricing. $40 for 50,000 words. There's some softwares charging $80 to $100 just for that level right there. So just wanted to point that out there. Now we're going to go back over here to the main page. This is where it's going to pop up. And now you can put in your project domain right here. Define new project by providing us some basic information about the domain and the target market. I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to go in. Well, I guess we do have to assign a project. So I'm going to go ahead and put in one of my websites here. Default search engines, optional settings, and we're just going to push create. So we're putting our first project up right now. And then we can do a new analysis. Before we do that, I wanted to go and show you that they also have a lot of videos that you can go and watch. So right here, look at, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos in their tutorial sections right now. I really like that as well. They came to launch prepared. They're ready to go, and you can learn how to use the software at any time if you want. We're going to do a new analysis right here. Now this is what you want to rank for. I'm going to go to rank IQ, and I'm going to do one of the words that I've already went after on one of my other videos with wordplay and stuff. And I want to actually kind of test the optimization tools as well. So I'm actually going to go with one that I've already worked on before and see how well Neuronwriter will handle this one. So we're going to go and let's see here. All right, I'm going to use this one right here, how to make money buying and selling cars. So I'm going to say Control Copy. Then we're going to come over here, back into Neuronwriter. We're going to throw that term in here, and we're going to say Start. And you can actually create multiple analyses at once if you want. Now what it's going to do, let me talk a little bit about, from what I've learned, it's actually going to go out there and analyze the top 30 results. And that actually is what Rank IQ does as well. I really like Rank IQ. As you guys know, I definitely endorse this as one of my top recommended tools for SEO and keyword research and all that good stuff. But Rank IQ also analyzes the top 30 results. You don't just want to analyze the top 10. You want to go deeper than that. You want to fully understand what's going on with the keyword. And also, you can actually change the setting. And let me see if I can actually, it's going to give you a difficulty of the keyword as well. That's really cool. I don't know what they're connected with their, obviously they have their own algorithm. But where they get their data from, Moz or SEMrush or Ahrefs, but they're going to have their own difficulty level, most likely, algorithm, or this could be coming from one of those tools. I'm not really sure about that one. So then now what you do is you just click the View Result. So then now it takes you into this page right here. You can choose the competitors, so you can actually narrow in. Right now, it's actually got the top 10 checked. We can go all the way to 30 if we wanted to, right? So that's what's really cool. Now we can analyze just the top 10. We can analyze the top 30, or we can come through here and actually really dissect all these pages right here. And maybe if we want to weed some of them out that are outliers and just not use them, like for example, this YouTube video, obviously we would just get rid of that. There is a YouTube video. This would be maybe a good one, a keyword to make a video about as well. We want to come through here and just analyze what's going on right here. We do have 3 ways to buy and sell cars and so forth. And you could go in here and just find some more. You can actually, let's see, how to make money flipping cars. So that one could be a good one, but it has 4,000 words. I'm not really sure. Well, I guess we could add that in. Looks like we would need a lot of content right here to rank for this, but you can add or delete. So we'll just go ahead and add that. We'll do 10 for now. There's a how-to video right here, how to select the right competitors. They do go over it on how to maybe add or subtract and get a little bit more like Quora, taking that off there. Really, we could probably outrank Quora if we write a nice comprehensive guide on this, right? So, and then maybe WikiHow, maybe we can outrank them as well. But see how I took off YouTube, I took off the Quora one. I took off, I wouldn't go with Pinterest as well. And maybe if we found another one, we could add it, but we'll just go with that for now. And then you push next. And there's a bunch of different stats and stuff I didn't show you, but there's a chart over here. We can click on that and it'll actually go out there and show you all kinds of graphs, and you can look at it in a really graphical way. Maybe if I have time to go back and show you that, I will. So this is what the writer looks like. Now, I recommend watching the tutorials on how to use the writer here, right? But notice that what it tells you that your top 18 competitors, your top competitor only is optimized 18 according to Neuron, right? Neuronwriter is calculating all those different ranked pages, and it's telling us all we have to do is basically telling us that they don't have really good content. It's 18 out of 100, right? It's recommending out of all the ones that we selected that we need 1,500 words. That's not bad. And then if we want to be in the top 10, all we need is a 47 or higher, top 30, 56 or higher, right? There's so much in this software that but I'm not going to be able to go through all of it. But what we can do is, what you would want to do is you can create your draft article right here. You can import, export, load, or save, and so forth. Right now, what I'm going to do is we'll get into what all this other stuff means over here, and here's your score. But I really like the clean, simple interface. It's very easy to use, right? It's very simple to use. And then you can also, so we've got our keyword up here that we're going for, and then you can actually suggest a target URL, or let's just click that and see what ends up happening. It might tell us what target URL suggestions for how to make money buying and selling cars. Set as target URL, 40 best things to collect. So it's finding some content on my current project website that I could potentially try to fit this one in. It found Garage. I don't know why it found the affiliate programs, but that's something that could be useful. Just wanted to click it and show you guys. There's another thing that you can do too. Once we actually go into the content, and I'm going to probably paste an article in here, some of it just so we can speed through the content, but you can always come over here and see what's going on and get an overview of exactly where your scores are coming from. So this is really, really useful, this clipboard over here. So here we go. We're going to go and click the draft button. This is where it's going to take you to this page over here where we're going to go in here and we can look at the meta and see what the different meta descriptions are. So maybe you can add one right here, and it's going to tell you where the source came from. This could help with if you're outsourcing the content, and it will tell them what to try to include and so forth, right? We can also have AI write this for us as well. You can also go to questions and see what different questions can be answered. Oh, sorry, I wasn't on the meta. I'm sorry. Here's meta description. So it's going to tell you the top percentage of keywords that are actually used. And we can come in here and fill this out. We can throw that in over here. By clicking on description, we can come through here and grab something as well, and so forth, right? So we could even grab more and put it in right there. So that's that. And then article layout, this is where we're going to come in here and actually start adding some of these, right? So we can add how to make money buying and selling junk cars, right? Can you make a profit buying and selling cars? So right now you can see that we have headers right here. So these are going to all be H2. I thought in the video where you could actually select if you wanted this to be H2 or H1s, but it looks like they took that option off because you really, on the article layout, you only want to focus on H2s, possibly H3s. So that's why these are just all important topics and headers, right? So we add some of our topics in right there. And then at the end, we can also add some questions down here, right? How to make money buying and selling cars. And that's the main thing we want to be talking about. So you can actually come up here and move this up. And I'm going to move it all the way to the top because we want to answer it immediately, right? So that's how you would do that. I'm not sure what the copyright notice means. Gives you information on content structure and content ideas gathered from different, including your competitors' websites. Please remember to treat them so it's a warning that you could get copyright if you just take this and use it. You need to rewrite everything in your own words. And from over here, we can save this. We can copy to the editor. We can do different things or new draft. So we're going to say copy to editor. Now you have your editor is all filled in. Okay, so we have that optimized. This is probably going to be our H1. And then we can jump right into maybe we could talk about flipping, or we could answer the question right here. If I highlight this, I should be able to start a paragraph, expand this. I'm going to expand this text right here by becoming a car dealer. You can also make money by becoming a car mechanic or repairing cars. So there's different ways you can do that. You can generate again by just clicking that. I'm going to go like this. You can also flip cars. Okay, so there we go. We have that paragraph in here. Now, how much money can you make flipping cars? If I highlight this, start new paragraph, let's see what that does. How much money can you make flipping cars? much money can you make flipping cars? It's going to keep that text, but then it's going to say there's no definitive answer to this question, since it can vary greatly depending on a number of factors, such as type of excuse me, type of cars you're flipping, how much money you're willing to invest, and how much time and effort you're willing to put into the process. However, if you're smart about it and are able to find good deals on cars that you can sell for a profit, it's possible to make a decent amount of money from flipping cars. That's a pretty good answer. So we're going to say use this text, and it just inserted that right underneath here. So this is super, super cool. It's very, very intuitive. And as you can see, as we're writing, we're using, you saw that I wrote some of the content myself. And it also has its own checker right here, or is that Grammarly right there? But you can correct that as you go. I'm not sure what that is. But as we're writing, using our own words, using the AI, the amount of words we need is going down. This is how much we need left. This is how much how many words we've used. We have 1 H1. We have 6 H2s right now. We have nothing in bold yet. We have no images. It even has characters right there. But then notice we actually have a content score now, 39. And each time we use a keyword right here, this is amazing right here. This is going to be one of the biggest advantages of this software, is that that's what phrase and server do as well. But this is nicely laid out. If we've used a keyword, it's going to be green. And then once we start using, like we're good on this one already. But then there's also different colors, which is red and yellow as well. Now, what we can do is these are the most important terms that we want to use in this article, which is the basic words. If we want to get even more of our knowledge graph and extend our content even further, then we can use these extended keywords in here. Now, you can also click on this at any time. You can copy the term, highlight term in text, and it's going to go in here. We should be able to highlight these, but I'm not seeing. And then you can also negative these keywords out, and then it won't be included in here. So you can actually add and remove keywords, and it will actually not impact the score anymore. If you want to mark a keyword as a brand, that's fine as well. And there's just some more statistics and things like that. Now, I should be able to come in here and let's say buy and sell cars. I'm just going to do something right here. Buy and sell cars. I should be able to come in here, and you saw that it changed to 5, but I wanted to put in here and highlight term and text, buy and sell cars. So it highlights it in blue. Okay, so that's what it's doing. It's actually buying and selling cars. It's also kind of adding that in as well. But buy and sell cars, it puts an underline underneath it. So that's really good if you want to look at how all the different instances as well. Now, those are the content terms that you should start using. It'll tell you how many times you've used it and how many times you should use it. And that's why this turned green, because we're in a good range. You can do terms and headers as well. You can also look at the terms based on the headers. I want to tell you about this feature right here. So when they're talking about the quality of the AI, right? When we have this range, 30,000 words to 150,000 words. 45,000 words to 225,000 words. Come back over here. Well, they have a dial right here. You can actually adjust this. Please select generation temperature, colder, more reliable content, right? So hotter, more unique, and usually longer content result in less predictable. Default temperature is 0.3, select temperature. So they default it down here. So I'm trying to understand this. More unique and usually longer content results in less predictable. So this is going to be the less quality. You could still get unique and longer content if that's what you're going for. So the hotter you go, if we went to 0.9, that's going to be where you're going to be getting, I'm going to be getting 225,000 words. They're going to let me have based on what code you have stacked, what plan you have. But if you want the highest quality, then you would just go with the 0.1. So the 0.3 temperature, it is outputting really good content, and it's still on the higher quality side, more reliable content. So we're going to leave it there, but that's where you can choose that every time. change generation quality and cost. So right here, please select the generation. So it's automatically on high quality. So this is it. Selecting lower quality will result in using a lower grade AI model, but each generated word will only cost you 0.2 words from your limit. Lower quality mode is this discouraged for languages other than English. So you could use it for English if you wanted to. So you can test this out if you're happy with the lower quality. Then, and maybe it depends on what topic you're going for. But for my purposes, I'm going to leave it on high. And then this is, so I guess that's where you actually control it, is on the high or low. And then over here, this is going to kind of give you a little bit more of a gauge of, do you want longer content or more reliable content? So you can play with these settings right here as well, which is super cool. I like how you can customize all that. There's also a guide right here that they have. You can rephrase, expand, or start new paragraphs. And then what you can do is, like right over here, I can just grab this right here and start a new paragraph. And then this is what it ends up doing. And every time, even if you don't use what they tell you and you push generate again, that's still going to cost you credits. So it's important for you to know. They always have your count up here. It's just it's a very transparent software. Every step of the way, you're not lost. Every step of the way, you know how many words you have, you know what the next step is, right? It's really, really cool. So we're going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and keep chipping through here. There's also something else worth noting right here, is that right here, the readability of the top 10 is medium is 22, 7 URLs selected from the top 30, medium is 38. So it's starting to get a little bit harder. So we want to be aware of that, but this is a readability score right here as well. You can save this at any time. I'm going to go and write some more content, and I'll be back to finish up this review. Just wanted to show this AI generation right here. Can you make money buying and selling classic cars? It's a very specific question, talking about specific cars. And it says, yes, you can make money buying and selling classic cars. There's a large market for classic cars, and many people are willing to pay a premium for a well-maintained classic car. If you have the right connections and knowledge, you can turn a profit by buying and selling classic cars. It's a great paragraph. We can extend that as well. You can also come in here at any time and go to ideas if you want to add more questions to answer, H1s, competitors, H2s. So we can go right here and just push that plus down button and then see if there's anything we want to add. What's the best way to sell a car? You could add that in over here, and we can make it an H2, and then we can highlight it and start the paragraph. And that's as simple as that to continue writing more and more. We can come through here and look at questions. One thing that, one critique is they need to have a floating kind of menu bar up here. And Rank IQ does the same thing, where it's kind of annoying when you get down here and you have a large piece of content. This isn't even a large piece of content. This is just 500 words. They need to have this part right here floating the entire time, because as we scroll down here, I can't mark this as an H2 without scrolling all the way back up and then hitting the H2 button. Maybe there's a shortcut key, but still, I think that's something that could be improved for sure. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and start new paragraph. So it does work a lot like Longshot and Brainwork as far as you highlight the text and say create paragraph. It's producing some pretty good content and so forth. Go and shape this up a little bit. So this is what we're at right now. We're at a 42. Yes, it does beat the first one. We still have some work to do to get for it to average out to be better than the top 10 on average, and so forth. I'm just going to push save, but this is what this looks like. If we wanted to copy the text, we could export this as an HTML. It'll just go right to, you can upload it to WordPress. You could come in here and just do a Control A and copy that as well. I didn't talk a whole lot about the sharing of the content. You can go and outsource this. You can share this, have other people have access to it. I'm not going to go over that in this video. Again, you can come over here, click on this clipboard, and it's going to tell you where all these optimizations are coming from, and so forth, right? And I'm going to go back over here. We saved it already. Save it one more time. Come back over here. I wanted to show you by clicking over here on the view result, what those graphs look like. So we click over here on that graph, and then look, you get an overview, keyword difficulty, a lot of information, top 100 preview. Here's the top 100 preview tool. And if it finds any subpages for your keyword, for your project or your URL, it's going to actually show you what you're ranking for right there, which is really, really cool. And then you're going to get over here, you can look, and this is where you can really dive in. This is really cool, guys. I wish I would have showed this at the beginning of the video, but it is going to tell you the on-page score according to Neuron, and then the Moz authority, the Moz domain authority, page authority, page Moz rank, external links, and the content length, and the readability score, and the page title and everything. So you get all that data right here for the first 30 entries. This right here is very, very powerful. Now we can go to competitors breakdown right here. We can go page authority. You're going to get all these really cool graphs right here. Okay, so really, really cool. Competitor structure right here. You're going to get that. You're going to get SERP layout and features. So if there's a video, if there's an iframe, if they have a form, it's going to be right here, a table. So different types of content. Keyword ideas are all right here. The most popular keywords and stuff right there. Content terms right here. You're going to be able to see buy and sell cars is 100 importance. 57% of the time it is in the title, and so forth. 71% of the time sell cars is in the title. So you get a lot. You can get as granular as you want with the details. There's also a how-to right there. So if you want to go pick up Neuronwriter Content SEO Optimization and AI Writer Tool, I think they have generous prices for what you're getting out of this. It is a optimization tool first, and then an AI Writer tool alongside with it. It has everything that you would need in an SEO content creation tool, from research to content optimization to AI writing. This thing packs a punch. It has it all. I've been waiting for a tool like this to come out because I missed Phrase. I never got the lifetime deal to Phrase, and they haven't had an opportunity since. Surfer as well. I think that they had a lifetime deal years and years ago. Since then, they've become the powerhouse tool, and their prices are extremely expensive. To get this kind of a level on Surfer SEO, I believe it's like $200 a month. And so forth. So this is a top recommended tool. Immediately I can see the value. I like it. Of course, I'm going to go and do my testing, and I'll keep you guys updated on this. I'll be writing content with this, optimizing my content with this, and then posting it on my websites. And then hopefully I'll be able to come back with good news for you guys. But as it stands right now, with the social credibility, the social proof, 29 5-star reviews, the good pricing, all that good stuff. This is a recommended tool. Go ahead and click that link below. Go pick up your copy while it's still on AppSumo. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.